Cute kitty. Cute puppy. Hello there, welcome to Artfully Sew, where we get creative with our sewing, quilting, and upcycling projects. Today I'm going to show you a couple of my thrift store finds from my recent trip, and we're going to take at least one thing and make it into something new, because that's what we like to do here. I like to take old things and make them new. My name is Angela, and thanks for watching today. I think it would be best for me to show you the things that I got at the thrift store first. So here we go. So first on our thrift store find, I found these really cute pair of kind of polka dot pants. They were only $5.99. These I think are actually supposed to be crop pants, but because I'm so dang short, they're gonna look perfect. Next up, I found these pants. Aren't these fun? Look what I found in the pocket. 21 bucks. Woo. Besides the $21, they fit pretty good and I think they'll look nice. I have a love for crochet. I just like this pattern, and I'm thinking that maybe I could upcycle this into some kind of a sweater or a coat or even a bag or something, but who knows? Maybe I'll just keep it as a blanket. Next up. The next one is kind of a secret. I got a cool blanket for $3.99. And I'm hoping to use this blanket to make a coat. This is something secret that I'll show you at another time, okay? But the project I'm going to do in this video is with a blanket that I bought at a different thrift store find. A while back I bought this blanket. It has piano, keys, music notes, and it even has a saying on it that says, "Play it again, Sam."
Play it once, Sam, for all time's sake.
But I would like to use this blanket to make a coat for myself to practice, because by practicing on this one, I won't mess up that mystery blanket. Recently, I just caught up on the latest episodes of Next in Fashion. Nigel Xavier would take blankets like this and make them into outfits. There's a couple shots of him in this really cool blanket that he made into like a full suit. And he also makes bucket hats. So I would like to try to make a coat out of this. And then if there's anything left over, I'd like to make a bucket hat. I like to have coats that have linings in them. So when I was at Goodwill today, I was thinking of this blanket that I had here. I picked up a curtain that might work. Let me show you. This is the curtain that I found. I liked it because it feels very canvasy, very cotton. I think it will work nice for the lining of the inside of the coat. Actually, this would make a really cool toga.
You guys up for a toga party? Toga! Toga!
But I don't like that it's white. If you can see, they don't really go together. So I'm gonna try to tea dye this just to give it a little more color to match this so it's not so white bright. By the way, I got this panel for $3.99. Ka-ching. I have played around with tea dyes before, but we'll see how this goes. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, I raided my tea drawer. This Lipton tea is actually from a couple summers ago, and I don't know if it's really that great tasting anymore because I left the package open. So this will be great tea to put in our tea bath. I've watched a few tutorials on how to do it. I honestly think we're just gonna do some trial and error and see what happens. I'm gonna put like 10 in there. I also have my hot water here and just a little less than a cup of vinegar. I don't want my tub to get tea stained as well, so I'm using this bucket. Isn't this cute? It's just an old bucket. I threw the tea bags in the bottom, and I'm gonna just pour the hot water over the top of them. I don't know, this is probably about 3 or 4 cups of water that I heated already. Somebody's gonna help us. Hey, look at me. I have my black cat helping me make this potion. I think while this is brewing, I'm going to go grab some salt to throw in there because I've seen that suggested as well, that the salt and the vinegar is supposed to help set the dye. If anything, I do know that I do need to get the fabric wet before I put it in the tea dye. So you don't want to drink that vinegar, that's icky. Okay. So here's some salt. All right, that's been about 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna take out the tea bags. Well, once again, I completely did this whole step thinking I was recording, but I had the button off instead of on. So I took out all of the tea bags. I got my fabric wet first. I ran it under the faucet here. And I got it completely wet before I dipped it into this bath. I added more warm water, and I'm looking and it is starting to get slightly darker. On the videos I watched on dyeing fabric with tea, some people did it for like 15 minutes. Some people did it for 3 hours. Some people did it overnight. Obviously, the longer you sit the fabric in the dye, the darker or bolder the color's gonna get. I really don't want this to get too bold because I want it to match the kind of canvasy color of the blanket. So I'll let it sit for a few more minutes. I have a cup of real tea while I'm waiting.
2 hours later.
I'm actually going to take it to the washing machine. I don't know if I am going to take it to the washing machine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it in the tub in cold water and dry it in the dryer and see how it looks. I can always dye it more if I need to. So I'll show you that tomorrow. Look at how well Henson matches this fabric. So this is what it looks like. I know it kind of looks pretty much the same, but keep in mind that this was really stark white. The way to see it the best is compared with the blanket. So see, this is gonna match a lot better than the stark white. So today I'm going to cut into this and make this new coat and see how it turns out. I would like to pull in a little black, like a black collar. This is kind of the lighter side. The dark side looks really cool. I would love to make it this way, but then as a musician, it would really bother me that all of the signs and symbols are backwards. That would be a big no-no. So I might be able to take sections and piece together a collar. I don't know, because I like that contrast of that black. Well, let's get started. Keep in mind that we have to make pretty much the same pieces for the lining that we do for the coat outside part. And I'm gonna use my old trusty pattern here. This is a pattern I got from an old coat that I bought at a thrift store. And it wasn't my style. I took it apart and I'm using this as my pattern today. I made quite a couple other coats from this pattern, like this coat and this coat. But I think first thing I need to do is figure out if I even have enough blanket to make this, use this pattern. This does have a saying in the middle. I think that the piano keys are going to end up being the bottom edge of not only my sleeves, but the edge of the coat. I'm going to start with the back of the coat. So if I use the very edge of this without the fringe, it's going to bring the top of the coat right into the words MGM Grand. I don't like that. If I go the other way, it's probably going to make the words go upside down. Yeah, see, and then all the music notes would be upside down if I use this edge. So I could use the middle. So then the words "Play It Again, Sam" would be right in the center of the back.
As time goes by.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
I don't like that either. I think I gotta think this out a little bit for a moment. Boy, was I struggling with this project. I kept running into the words. No matter how I laid out those pieces, I kept running into them and it was really bothering me. It's turning out cute. I'm ready to call it a night. I ended up using the lining for the back because I decided I don't need a lining for this coat. So I think these are going to be the lapels that will go over here and around the back, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much. I love the back. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Hang on, I gotta find it. The collar from the old coat. Where did it go? Well, I can't find the collar. It might work, it might not work. I just don't want it to take away from the back. And if I use this big thing, it's gonna go all the way around and it's gonna, I don't know, maybe this would work. But my favorite thing is the back. You know, I almost gave up on that lining thinking, because it just was too much to sew it. I could put it opposite. I could use like just the really tiny edge of it. I'll think about it. Okay, kitty, let's think about it. I'm gonna sleep on it and try it tomorrow. Well, we're on day 2 of this project. I'm really trying to figure out what to do with the collar. I want to avoid doing a lapel because that's what I did on my last coat and I want to try something different. So I'm thinking I can either use, this is just a scrap piece, but I could use something like along here that would go around the outside. I don't know, I was thinking about maybe even gathering this in a little bit. I'm disappointed that this word grand came out on the front there. So other things that I was playing around with is I made this pocket, and if I did like a pocket here, or maybe I'd want it to be black. I could do a pocket here. I would take out this sleeve and then add just a little something, tuck it in there like that to cover it up. I could also put that pleat, a pleat in there. You know, if I did add a lapel, I mean, that's the black. Use the white side. I have enough that I could do both of these. But I don't know why I don't really like the look of that on the coat. The dog and cat are wrestling right now. That's what you're hearing down there. Sorry. The other thing I was thinking about doing is making a hood. That looks clownish to me. I still haven't found, I was looking for that original collar from the coat and I don't know where it went. I do have some of this left over still. This is the back of the coat. See how nice the back looks? I like that with this. Isn't that fun? And then the sleeve could be left long like this. Or you can fold it up. Well, I'm just gonna have to work on it without you guys watching me because you make me nervous. I'm just kidding. Sometimes it's hard to shoot every step, so I can talk about it later. I'll just show you what these animals are up to.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
After a good night of sleep, I came back to the project with fresh eyes, which really, really helps. That's one of my biggest suggestions if you do get stuck on a project, is just set it aside and do something else for a while. When you go back or you kind of think about it away from that project, that's when I've had some of my best ideas. And actually that did happen with this project. Well, I could go on, but do you want to see the coat finished? Take a peek. Oh, you know, this was so surprising to me. At one point, when I was running into problems with the lining, especially with the part of working around the words, I thought maybe this isn't gonna work. And I almost abandoned it, but I'm so glad I didn't because I think it turned out so cool. The roominess of the coat is gonna be great because I can wear sweatshirts or sweaters under it. It's not too bulky. I also like that the buttons are easy to do. They're just these loops and they work perfect for this kind of a lightweight coat. And I stuck in that surprise pocket there that maybe you didn't even notice until I pointed it out. But I sewed it along the edge on each side and then left a little bit of room here so that there's space for a pocket. And this collar just has that little reference of the symbol of the treble clef just poking through. It looks purposefully designed to be a collar, in my opinion. And then, you know, the black keys, because this is the back side of this keyboard here. You can even see it on the inside pocket. The inside is nice too. So it's just, I'm so excited the way it turned out. Now, the reason I practiced on this blanket is because I have another blanket that's going to be for a special person that I now have the confidence to dig into that. So I'm sure that that's going to be one of my next videos. I'm so glad that you watched this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet so that I can keep making you more videos. Like I always say, just keep sewing. Yes, you're gonna make mistakes. Yes, you're gonna get frustrated. But by hanging out till the end and persevering, it's gonna be worth it in the end. And remember, you can artfully sew. Bye. Oh my gosh, look at what I finally found. The collar to the coat is in Henson's bed. Henson, kitty. Why didn't you tell me that was in there? I was looking for that. Oops.